Hey everyone, it is February 16th, Thursday, and we're going to go over the futures markets again. So, starting off today has been a great day for trading. So, I just want to show you that the areas, the target extremes, have both been hit each way today. So, this is yesterday's chart right over here. You can see the high. This line right here is just the high of the day. This red line is the low of the day. So, all I do is I just draw the Fibonacci levels from the low to high or high to low, doesn't matter, and it creates the extension zones we're looking for if there is going to be an extension move in the market. And today there has been both ways. So from yesterday when the market closed, it popped up, hit into the target zone right here, and all these target zones show that there's normally going to be some type of movement for it. It doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be a reversal for it every single time. Sometimes we get a little stoppage and then it'll just blow right back up to it, through it, and which does happen from time to time. But most of the time, when price hits up there, it hits it and it stops it and it retraces some before, if it's going to resume its trend before going up again. And then today, both ways, we've had the perfect example because going up here in the overnight session, you can see price got close to it, ticked it right here, and then that was it. It's just coming straight down here to the bottom. And then when we got into the bottom, I highlighted the areas, the zones with these blue outline green boxes, came down here, hit into the zone, and now has bounced right back off of it. So today that has definitely been the resistance and the support levels from the market from June from yesterday. So then tomorrow, not expecting a whole lot of movement tomorrow, just because when you usually have a big day like that, the next day is more like an inside day. Like you see, you have this big move right here from this day, and then the next day is just kind of inside of it. So that's what we're looking for going into tomorrow for it, just more sideways action. Not really looking for a big move either way, but it could happen. There could be a big move, but just what I'm looking forward going to tomorrow is going to be just more of like some sideways action for it, not a big move either way. If there is a move, then look for it to retrace back before the market closes to finish out closer to being flat for the day. But starting off, there were some great trades over here. There was one really nice one. So using, you can either use, was it the 5 or the 1 minute? I don't think it mattered. Each of them were the same. We'll just use the 5-minute chart. It's easier to see. So you can see we have the two green semaphores right here. So all I did was draw the low to high or high to low. It doesn't matter. And then we're off to the races. It broke the low right down there. So then all we do when that happens is, just show you how we trade it, is we take the Fibonacci retracement that we have. And as soon as it breaks, which was that low right there, then what we're looking for is retracement back up to the 38. See, never happened, never happened, never happened. Kept going lower. This one would have been the initial entry to it. But when you trade off the green ones right here, it's better to be a little bit safer because these are the weakest semaphores. And all these semaphores do are just an algorithm that shows pivot points for it. And they're the weakest ones. Yellow is the second, and then red is the highest, the strongest ones. So using the green ones, you'll see a lot more moves that go one way, typically further than other ways. And as you can see, it went way back past the first entry. Fortunately, at 7:15, I was not looking at the markets, and price kept on going lower, lower, lower. You can see this is where I ended up getting in right here, and then we actually bottomed out right about down there. Now, if I was more patient, what I should have done is had daily extension targets. Should have had my entry right around here, right around 4106. Just thinking, hey, it hit off the top of there. It's probably going to hit down on the low for the extension level over there. And that would have been a lot better entry, but it's all right. And price came down, hit it, went a little bit lower, and then moved right back up. I got it at this level right here at 38, but the overall target to end it is the 50% line, because once price hits the 6.85 Fibonacci extension level, we move the target from the 38 to the 50% line. So that's where it was. So price went up there and hit that. Plus, as well as we talked about yesterday, when the MFI on the intraday chart on the 15-minute chart is getting either in oversold, which is right here, or overbought, which is up here, and you're looking for a trade, this is a great time to get in. Now, even though it started way back over here, I mean, look at that, it started being oversold way back here on that candle. It kept on going lower, 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 and lower. So getting in at the low extension target of the day, plus at the 11.89 Fibonacci extension level, would have been kind of the perfect area to get into. So pretty close, but ended up being a very nice trade for that one. And that one is now said and done. So we'll go ahead and get that stuff off the screen right there. So as you can see here on the 15-minute chart, though, price is getting close. It's touching off being the over bought level. So we can just look over here and see if there's any potential steps we can get in. So we can see, all right, I don't think this one is going to be a good one for us, just because you can see we have this retracement right here after it broke this high, but we'll see if the 30% did or did not get hit. Let's change this to the pullback, and it did. So this one is complete. So even though it is a legit trade, you would go back here for that one. You see it hit off, it broke this high, hit off the 1.146, and unfortunately came back here and hit the 38 to complete that setup. If it did not, then we would keep on looking for the retracement back to the 38 until it got hit 38% line, until price hits the 6.85. But fortunately it did, so there is not a trade that we're looking at right now for this one. If you know what, I did want to see, no, that one wouldn't work, that one would work. Okay, that's the only way to look at it right there. And as you can see, we could have done off that, but obviously that came back and hit the 38. So for the SP 500, there's no live trade right now that we're looking at. We go into the 4-hour chart. We can see here's the trend channel up that we're looking at that has been broken. And now we are from these black lines right here. These are just what I put on the support and resistance levels. And price is still just rotating back and forth in the support and resistance levels. So we're looking for price, if it is going to break down, to at least come down to 48.75, but if it's not going to go down and hit that, and it's going to go up here and make a second leg up, then we're looking at a target at 42.69.50. But this is the minimum target for the downside we're looking for, and that is the minimum upside target that we're looking for, depending on what's going to happen. If this thing comes down and hits the 38%, then we will draw the trend lines about like that, maybe about something like that, and we will be in a downtrend looking for the downward trend channel for this one. We'll start off the 4-hour chart as well for the Russell 2000. We are in a downward trend channel right here. We can see that price has broken out this trend channel, and in fact, go ahead and draw this. It has hit the 38, so we'll go ahead and take that trend channel out, because price, these black lines show that price was in a consolidation range, which it still is, but as we can see, it is making, let me zoom in a little bit right here, it is making higher highs and lower highs. So what we'll do is we'll just take the bottom right there. That's a good point right there, and that's probably about good right there. So now we are definitely in a trend channel uptrend for it right here. And so we'll just see what's going to happen. We'll wait for it to break out to the bottom side, and then once it does that, we will look for the trend channel area, excuse me, the support and resistance areas. For now, it's going in that. So, but we're waiting for it to break out of the trend channel first. So right now, it's hit off the bottom side, and now it looks like it's going closer to, it's moving up more. So the next area that we're looking for would be price going up here to the top of the trend channel right about there. Going over to the 5-minute chart, Russell was a little bit different than the other markets today. You can see it did not hit the extension high, did not hit the extension low. You know, here it is bouncing off that trend channel that we just drew on there. But there was, I think there was an overnight. Yeah, this is the trade from yesterday that took live on here. I don't remember if it was in, see there, I got in right there. There, ended up getting out right there just for a little bit of gain over it. But I believe it was it the 1-minute chart? I don't remember. I moved it off of here already. Let's see here. I think this is it right here. Yep, that was it. That was the trade. There's the initial entry, and that's actually where I got in. Again, this is when I was doing this video here yesterday, and another reasons why I did do it was because, as you can see right here on the 15-minute MFI, it did touch in the oversold area for it. So it took a little bit of time before it finally sold off and went there and completed the profit. So what we were looking for right here was, I don't need that. What we're looking for right here, we'll go back to the 1-minute chart right here, is, where is it? Here we go. We're looking for the retracement back down to the 38, because price did not go up and hit the 6.85%, or excuse me, did it hit the 6.5? There it is right there, right there. Yes, price did hit, so I'm sorry. Was looking for the 50% retracement when it got up here. And There you go right here. There's the high. There's that one. Actually, that's a higher high right there. So price eventually came back down and got out a little bit soon before it hit it. And there hit the 50% to close out that trade there on the 1 minute chart. Going over to the 5 minute chart right here. This one had another setup very similar, pretty much same thing as SP 500. I didn't get into it because I was actually in oil trade, the SP 500 and the Dow Jones. I will go over here in just a little bit, but basically right here on the 5 minute chart, what we had was this setup right here. We had this one, and there it goes right there. There it goes right there. See, price just blew on past it, and as these green dots, you typically get a lot more. Halted it right there at the 11.89 Fibonacci extension level, and then started going back up. I had my entry all the way down over here, wherever the daily extension level was. Obviously, that didn't get hit down there, but if it did, then the exit you were looking for was the 50%, which would have been right here. So if you had gotten in time below the 6.85, you would have had a nice gain right there. But missed that one, but didn't hit the level I was looking to get in. Look at the 4-hour chart, see the MFI oversold in the middle of nowhere, so nothing show there. Then going over to the 4-hour chart for the Dow Jones, it's a middle no man's land. And this one, unlike the S&P 500 and the Russell 2000, it has just been in pretty much consolidation mode for a while now. You can see if we draw the lines from right there to about right up right here. See, it's just been in consolidation here ever since about January 29th. So that's there's no real direction to this market right here. But this one was a trade setup I was able to get into today. We can see that the extension areas of the day did come close to getting hit up top, and then obviously went down here. I'm just drawing these boxes so it's easier to see. Did get hit down here on the downside for it, and so that was where I had my entry closer to. I had my entry right here, so got on that candle right there because it was close to the daily the daily extension levels for the low side of it, plus the 15-minute MFI. You can see it was completely oversold as well. So got in there, and then same thing. You just keep on drawing the Fibonacci extension level down. I think it's a 5-minute chart for this one. And there's the low, so came up right here, got that candle I think right about there. Price came up and hit that, and so that was that trade right there, how that one worked out. And then going over to the next day, today, let's see, right now it looks like there's could be potential of one. Let's see here. There's where it broke right there. Did that hit the 38? Did not. So this is potential trade right here that we are looking at. But price needs to go up a whole lot more. There would be the earliest I would get in, this purple line right here at 34,261. So we need price to move up a whole lot more, but it is something to look at. But then also what we do have is we do have the pitchfork trade as well. So we'll see what that will look like if we want to get in. So actually we can get in, and in fact I think I will get in right now. Maybe. Let's see here. What would be the... Well, no, let's put that back there. Let's get this and see what the exit level would be looking at. So we'd be looking at somewhere right about right here. Let's get a 15-minute MFI. It's close. You know what? I'm going to wait. In fact, I'm going to put my sell up a little bit more, but I'd rather the MFI get closer to being the overbought stage, and you see it's got a clear path up there, so we'll wait and see. Even though the market right now is coming down here on the 1-minute chart for it, and the exit down here is the 50, because once on the pitchforks trade, the entry is the green line right here, and that's the 38% exit. But when it's the red line, then we move the exit to the 50%. And to be honest, I don't want to chase it right there, so I'm not going to get in on it right now. But hopefully, well, it keeps on going down. But hopefully, before it hits 50%, we'll see a reversal for it. We'll get some support, and price will continue to push it up. And also, price will go up here and get close, or at least touch off the overbought section of the MFI, and that'd be a good trade to get into. So that is one I am looking at, and we'll see what happens going into tomorrow for it. Again, we're looking for more of an inside day, kind of like see how this day right here is a big day, big up and down day. This day was inside of it, meaning the low didn't breach the low of the previous day, the high didn't breach the high of the previous day. this day obviously overshot it today. So tomorrow, looking for it being more of an inside day. If it does break out one way or the other, that's all we look for, is just one way, not both ways, but either inside day or just a slightly breakout of either way. But just like the SP 500, I think it's more going to be the inside, just kind of sideways, slow Friday sort of thing. And then going over to the crude oil. This trade is still going on and in fact, it looks like I'm looking at getting in again over here. Wait, hold on, that's 5 minute. Here's a 15-minute. Nope. Okay, we need the MFI to continue to move up over there. Because as you can see, earlier today I got in because I have this note up here. Get in short when the 15-minute MFI is overbought. I don't spell overbought correctly. And as you can see right here, the MFI is overbought right there. So went ahead and got in. Ended up just getting out right here because I was in a couple of other trades right there for decent little gain. So I'm just going to continue to wait for the MFI to get back close to being overbought again. Hopefully it does it and we can get in, because the ultimate exit is down here at the 50% line at 76.82. And what this is from this trade, the Andrews Pitchfork trade right here. It really has gone on a whole lot longer. We're using from the 5-minute chart. We're using these three semaphores right here. So price, that would have been the original entry, exits 38%, and then there's another entry, and that's when it changed the exit to the 50%. And price has been just kind of moving sideways ever since then, from that upper end to this lower channel right there. Price has just kind of been bouncing around for it. So we are expecting some more downside. It's currently at, what's that, 78.95. Currently looking for price to eventually go down to 76.82 to complete this setup right there. So right now, all I'm doing is just waiting for MFI to hit the overbought and then to get in short, and basically just turn into a bunch of different scalping plays rather than just waiting for the ultimate move down here to the 50%. Just get in the overbought, the MFI, then when it gets down to being close to being oversold down here, which I wish I got in right here. What time was that this morning? Yeah, it was at 4:15 in the morning. Definitely was not awake at that time. But, get in short when it's overbought, and then when it gets close to MFI being oversold, go ahead and get out. Just keep doing that until price comes down and hits the 50%. Looking at the 4-hour MFI, it is in the middle of no man's land, so it's not like it's coming off being overbought as well. So that's why another reason why we're looking for more of a sell-off down here to the downside, down to about right here. And so those are the markets for today. Have a good one. Thanks. Bye.